her defense, she didn't know you were coming in, so.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so the shaders that Wolf uses with Minecraft are insane.
Okay.
Your skull looks awesome like that.
It looks incredible. I have never played with shaders before, and wow, do they make a difference. I've only ever played with texture packs, and...
Did you find something better than the stained glass?
No, I'm just looking at the plain white concrete skull right now. And it looks amazing.
Did you send her the picture?
No. Did I remember to? Oh, I took the picture in game. That's why I wouldn't have remembered.
Oh, I meant the screenshot. Sorry.
Yeah, I know exactly what you meant. I was thinking about it. And I'm like, oh no, I did the in-game screenshot thing. I'll have to remember to do that after stream today.
I need for a second.
Yeah, are you seeing this skull with the shaders, Chevy?
Yeah, I'm watching now.
Looks fucking amazing.
Totally.
Oh.
That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, those shaders, Jesus, do they ever make a difference? Even just looking at like the castle.
So is the shader something that you like add on, like a mod pack or
Sort of.
graphic pack?
Sort of. I got Optifine. I was fiddling around with Optifine the other day. I couldn't get it to behave itself. I kept trying to download Optifine and it kept giving me some other stupid thing. And so I got Optifine installed successfully, and so then I got the shaders. The shaders was a tiny download that was quick to install. It was literally just a zip file I moved over. And it totally changes the way everything looks. It's amazing. Oh yeah, where the water is running across the glass, it looks really cool. The water looks really, really good. Oh, that's neat. I might have to turn some of the performance stuff down, or some of the rendering stuff down to bring my frame rate back up, because I feel like my frame rate's suffering for it.
Oh my goodness, this... I wish my computer was half on after on that sort of thing.
Oh, this stuff is beautiful. Like, the light sources actually kind of hurt my eyes when I look directly at them.
I can see that happening.
Some of the things, like the dogs, don't look too different. Let's see how the horses look. The horses look mostly the same. Llamas look mostly the same. Yeah, like I think I'm... Oh man, that whole tree is wiggling. That's a little disconcerting.
What? A tree is wiggling?
Well, yeah, look at this tree.
Yeah, give me a minute for stream to actually catch up.
It's got like a jiggle to it. I'm not comfortable with that at all. That looks so weird.
Oh my goodness, I see what you mean.
The whole freaking thing is wobbling and wiggling like it's made out of jelly. Okay. What am I getting for frame rate? Oh my god, I'm getting like fucking nothing for frame rate right now. 7, 8. Yeah, like looking at the snow hurts my eyes. It's so bright.
Mm.
Oh my god, look at the crops. There's like a wiggle in the line. That is beautiful. Why am I hearing a cat down here? Did a cat find its way? Did a cat find its way down into the frickin' turtle sanctuary?
Would this surprise you?
No, not really.
That feels like the right answer.
Man, this is gorgeous and fuck is that bright. Yep, there's a cat in the turtle sanctuary. What are you doing down here, cat? I don't even know how the hell you got down here.
Hunting turtles.
Yeah, the turtles are like 8 times the size of the cat. If I had a leash, I would drag you out of here, but I don't, so you're stuck there for now.
Murder him. Maybe let it be a lesson to the others.
Oh, you think cats are capable of learning? That's cute.
No, I'm well aware.
Adorably misguided notion.
I grew up with cats, I know.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Alright, well, I'm glad I went to the trouble of fiddling with Optifine 9 more times. I'd love to know why my Minecraft is running so chuggy though. Like I'm getting single digits frames. Oh, looking at the end rods hurts my eyes.
Please excuse me while I'm rearranging my whole box and everything.
Phrasing. For the love of God, phrasing.
Hey, as long as you're not on stream, you do what you need.
Okay, so why are these panels glowing? That's interesting. Some of the various paintings that I've got hanging up actually have like glowing borders or backgrounds on them with this shader. You know, right there.
No.
You sounded vaguely.
That one sounded painful.
Yeah, you sounded vaguely pained.
That one was absolutely fine.
Oh, that's cool. Stained glass in here looks awesome. Okay, another wart looks pretty gross. Well, it looks cool. Oh my god. My vine room is completely overgrown.
You have the vine room?
Yeah, have you not seen my vine room?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's where I go to cut vines, and
Oh my goodness.
I obviously haven't done it in a while. Oh man, I got so many vines to cut. Alright, that's a thing I'm gonna do later. Oh,
Maybe
good.
you should do it now before you forget.
Well, I do have shears here.
Son of a bitch, I did it.
What did you did?
I don't know.
Alright, take a look at that.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to her?
Both of you. I don't care.
Okay, because
I'd like you to take a look because I think it looks okay, but
okay.
yeah, either or.
I'm just trying to clean up some of these fucking vines because this whole room is just overgrown. They have successfully connected the floor to the ceiling. I didn't realize they'd grow that long. Oh, I see. You got your crescent moon up there.
And it looks like it, right? Because I was trying to figure out how to put it in that space, and I just sort of winged it and tried it, and I think it looks well. I think it looks okay at least.
Yeah, I think
Looks good to me.
I think it'll be good. Once the black is filled in, it'll be easier to tell whether it works or not. So
I thought of that after I already did it, so I'll quickly fill that in.
yeah, once the black is filled in, we'll be able to see if the thing needs like a little tweak or something. So many freaking vines.
There you go. It's done.
Yeah, I think that works.
It's obviously still looks blocky, but that's the game, right?
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that.
So it's got a good curve to it and everything. Like I think it looks okay. I'm still staring at it and trying to figure out how I can make it better. But if it at least comes off what I'm trying to get, then
Yeah, I would say it comes off pretty clearly as a moon.
I think it looks pretty good.
so there's not digital. There's not something you could see that you would say, hey, put a yellow square here instead of there or something.
I think it's pretty good as it is. I mean, unless you wanted the bottom hook to be as curved as the top hook. Hey, Mario, how you doing? Unless you wanted the bottom hook and to be identical to the top hook, I think it's as good as it's going to get. And if you wanted them to be identical, that might be a little tricky. I'm not sure how easy that would be.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not necessary. So as long as it looks like it's supposed to, then that's good.
Yeah, I would say it works pretty good.
And what do you think of the corners there with the grays and stuff?
Yeah, the bit of fade, it looks like a little bit of cloud, maybe.
Yeah, I like the cloud cover. It's like you're looking above the cloud.
Yeah.
That turned out nicely then.
The cloud cover has appropriately fuzzy edges to it, so it really works.
Actually, oddly enough, that's cyan. That's terracotta cyan that's in there, eh? It's not just grays.
Terracotta in with the moon?
No, in the where the gray is on the edges.
Oh yeah. The stuff on the black wall, those are all shades of gray and white though, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. One of them is cyan.
No, it's shades of gray. Dark gray, light gray, and then
Right where I put the torch, that one is cyan terracotta.
Oh, the cyan terracotta is like a weird shade. Okay.
Yeah, it actually fit really well into the design based on the way that it was.
I forgot about that. Some of the terracottas aren't at all the color they're supposed to look like.
No, not at all, yeah. Which I think is really neat to have it added in.
Yeah, I absolutely would have sworn it was a gray until I started thinking about the terracotta shades and oh yeah, there's some weird shit that they did with the terracottas. Are you back to school yet, Mario?
Okay, thanks for taking a look at it, guys.
Yeah, looks cool.
You should be.
Well, that is 3 out of the 4 walls done, which is good. So.
And what's the fourth one?
It's going to be a rainbow, mostly done in glass.
Okay.
Because it's going to be the one side of the hallway. Because of where the doors are lined up. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So much fucking vines.
Okay, I have some of the blacked cooked terracotta, which has that red in it. I was going to maybe do something in like one of the corners, like a meteor shower or something, but I don't know. I kind of like just the way it looks now.
Yeah, with the oddness of the shapes to the stuff in the terracotta, you can sometimes get away with using it to do some weird accents in that.
Like I tried to use the colored or the glazed a lot more than I ended up doing so. I thought I was going to be using it more, but it just turned out that these are working out just with the concrete.
Yeah, sometimes you end up having to change gears a little, like partway through the project. You're already on week 8 of your 10-week term. Jeez, that's nice. How long are you off? Is that 6 weeks at Christmas, if I recall correctly?
Yeah, but it's not going to be Christmas holidays. these holidays.
Oh, right, this would be summer holidays, won't it?
Spring.
Spring holidays, god damn it.
He should still have one more term and, lucky for him, exams.
Yeah, exams are everybody's favorite.
I know.
I love exams. Oral, anal, whatever.
I'm sure you absolutely love the anal.
Well, yeah, strip naked, get on the probulator, my favorite phrase of all time. And if you don't know what that's from, then you gotta start watching more TV shows.
We've already said this till we're blue in the face with her.
Oh my god, vines.
I don't disagree, but
Yeah, I know. Barking up the wrong tree, right? Tilting at windmills, as they say.
haven't heard that in a while.
I'm old. I tilt at windmills. Where's JMO when there's a good windmill tilting to be done?
He's in Wolfstream.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Digital.
Boy.
Can I have some help?
After the way my help was received the other day, no thank you.
Got nothing
So-
to do with you lava bucket.
So this is what it feels like to be hot garbage, alright.
The only reason I'm asking Digital is because he's got experience with
Piping
furnace
hot
minecarts.
garbage. Piping hot garbage. Garbage
That's
so
the only
hot
reason
you
I'm
can
asking.
smell the fire. I've got basically your score on the exam if the exams don't happen next week.
Mock exams,
Yeah.
we call them. I don't
So,
know if you call them the same.
so do the mock exam scores stand if exams don't happen, or are they just a practice to figure out where you stand in terms of the course in general?
I believe the mock exams scores stand if you don't do exams.
Okay, so you gotta do well on them just in case. Yeah, he just confirmed that. So you get to write two sets of exams, real ones and then more real ones. That sounds fun.
Sounds like backup and then real.
Yeah, like just in case, and then also just in case. Like just in case the second ones don't happen, and then just in case the first ones got poor scores.
Digital, do you mind coming over and seeing what happened to this train I have made?
I do. I mind terribly.
Oh.
It's been made patently clear that I'm unwelcome company over there.
You're a very welcome company over here.
No.
And I'm currently in Chibbles' claim where I'm sure I've got PvP turned off, so...
Alright, let's put the vines away. Well, hopefully you don't need to rely on the exams, but you still manage to pull some fucking rabbits out of your hat for them, because it's always good to score better on the exams instead of tanking them and just squeaking by. So, keep me posted on how that goes.
All the best, sir.
We will be here after you're done sweating to the oldies. In this context, the oldies being the teachers. Later, bud. Alright, there. I have successfully trimmed my hedge. I'm gonna have to get in there and trim those fucking vines more often. That's insane how much there was there. I don't ever want to do that again.
Oh, that doesn't look like a tree.
Yeah, it does. It looks tree-like.
Oh, are you still looking at it?
Yeah.
But shouldn't the bottom... It looks tree-like? Alright.
It looks tree-like. And it's sticking out from the corner enough that it's providing three-dimensionality to both walls. Perfectly symmetrically, which is kind of funny, but still works.
Okay, well, yeah, that idea I had. That was the whole concept, yeah. Why the tree would be in the sky with the moon, let's not use that. Let's not walk down that road. But I like the idea of making the corner like more 3D.
Yeah, it's definitely doing its job there.
So you figure if I put another one on that other corner, that should give that same effect then.
Yeah, are you doing different types of trees?
Oak was really all I had at my disposal. I might do in these other corners once the glass is all set up and everything. I might do birch ones. So I was thinking oak in these two and then birch in the other.
Yeah, having different varieties of trees might be worthwhile. I don't know yet. You have to see how it looks. Do the birch in that dark corner between the like dark purple and the black.
Oh, that'd be a nice accent, the white over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be really sharp there.
Well, then while we're brainstorming, what others do I... Okay, sorry, go ahead, darling.
I was just going to ask if you could come over.
You tried that already. Does anyone have birch leaves? Are birch the same as oak leaves? I don't think so, are they?
They're not the same, but you can easily get them by growing a birch tree and then using shears on them.
Or just go find a birch tree with shears, okay.
Yeah, if you have a birch tree nearby or you grow one and then
There's
shear
a
it.
birch forest just over the hill, so...
Yeah, and same thing with the dark wood leaves. They're different again, but nothing says you can't get a hold of a set of shears and go to town on one of the trees.
Just trying to think of what other 2 trees I should do out of the 6. Actually, maybe it'll be easier to tell once that other wall is up, now that I think about it.
Let's do that and see if that helps. Alright, so what's the problem with the minecarts?
Well, I haven't tried it again, but I wanted you to see if this crashes off, if we crash off the thing again.
Alright, so what are you trying to accomplish? You want you and the cargo cart to all go to the end?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I would do this in a different order. I would let the powered cart push the cargo cart, and I would use the launcher to push me.
What I was going to do was use the coal on the furnace, which should start it, and then...
Did carts get away from you guys?
No.
Well, okay, if you put the coal in the furnace cart, it's just going to take off all by itself, doing nothing. It's not going to pull.
Right. No, because I've pushed them together as a train.
Okay, so feed the furnace cart and let's see what happens.
If something gets away, I'm standing at the corner to stop it.
Get out the way.
Get out of the way. Well, everything fell apart because you were in the way.
I'm sorry, I thought I was helping.
Now the powered cart's just going to go for as far as it wants to.
I caught up to it.
Yeah, but you lost the cargo cart.
Oh, fuck. This is the trouble I was having.
No, this one was my fault. I'm sorry.
I mean, once I've been able to lay all the track, it'll be a whole lot easier. But because I'm still in the process of laying everything,
That corner just split you up.
I did see that. I can kind of tell which way I'm going. I'm not impressed by that corner.
That wasn't exactly a statement, it was almost a question. I wasn't sure if what I was seeing was right.
Yeah, the corner split us up.
Why did it split you up? Wow, the light pollution over here is noticeable. That's neat. Alright, are you catching up to it again?
Nope, I went right back to the start.
Okay, so you're not coming this way?
I am now.
Okay. Because it's, like, on the wicked long straightaway now.
If the same thing happens as happened last time, the furnace will run out of coal. And stop somewhere on the straightaway.
Okay. There it is. Okay, so why are you using the coal wagon? You were using it to push the cargo back and forth between you and Shabby, right?
I was thinking I'd use the furnace just as a way to, because obviously I haven't gotten to the other end yet, so I don't have the other button to easily do everything. So I was going to use it as a easier way of sorting everything out, but I don't know.
Okay, scrap
You
the
were going to
power.
use the furnace as a furnace, weren't you?
Well, yes, the furnace kind of in some ways defeats the purpose of the powered rails. But I was going to take the furnace out once I'd finished laying all the tracks.
Okay,
I'm kind of.
I would do away with the furnace entirely. Let me see what this end does.
I'm not finished down that end yet.
It's not hard to bring you supplies and make sure things are cooking upstairs.
Yeah, because the furnace cart with fuel is only good for so far.
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
And I get that.
It doesn't really matter what else you do. The one thing I could check. Okay. Direction. When a powered cart train comes to a turn, the shunt comes undone with the pulled minecart jettisoned backwards. The correct way to make such a turn is having the shunt undone before the turn, and then make the two rejoin on a straight rail later by having the pulled cart catch up with the minecart with the furnace. Let's see.
Given that there's so many turns on this.
Yeah, I would do away with the powered cart entirely, because you could easily have both a personal car and a cargo car on the same track.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, there's a powered cart there. You know, if you break it, you get the furnace and the cart back, so you
Yeah.
can separate them that way, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were being super careful because you didn't know that you can separate them.
No.
Okay.
I've had played enough with the minecart, chest minecarts that it's not a hard deduction to make.
Okay. And let's pick up that. Just shove you out of the way. Oh, no, you don't. I planned for that contingency, you sneaky shit. You're back here. And we'll go. There. Are you almost here, or do you need the teleport?
Oh, I'm nowhere near.
Okay. Do you want me to teleport you over here to show you what I'm doing?
Wouldn't mind it.
Okay. Alright, so you could do something real simple like this to totally defeat the runaway cart shit or the stacking up at the end shit. You have the cart sits there. You go fire cart. It does its thing and continues merrily on down the tracks if you have the track in place. Or it comes in and it's diverted, like this cargo cart was, to a holding area where you can then access it. And using something really, really simple, give me 1 second to show you. We'll go.
How would we get that back up? Here you go.
That's exactly what I was going to show you. Just give me 1 second to find what I need. Okay, so pretending for a second that we did this at the same level instead of one level down. Okay, so let's pretend that it comes in. Wow, that was not what I wanted. Let's pretend that it comes in at a corner here. You power a redstone signal to the corner, and it changes it from a closed circuit that traps the cart to an open circuit that will allow you to get it back on track.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you something that I built that might help with a little bit of this?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know how much I'm going to take on board, but
Yeah, I mean, if you don't retain it all, it's no big deal. But I can kind of give you a bit of a picture. Okay, you remember how I was buying up all that rail from you guys for a long time?
Yeah.
I give you this, the freight depot. Okay, here's the capture loop. Cars come back, land there. Here's the personal rail cart launcher. I sit in it, I hit the button, and I go across these powered rails, which launches me way the fuck off that way. And there's a row of cargo carts, each of which is sitting on a launcher. If I fire them, they come off, they land on this powered rail, and they go that way because of the northwest rule. Okay, so let's take this cart for a wander. Okay, now when I get here, you see how I've got this circle laid out, and none of them actually feed onto the next quarter?
Yeah.
That's all controlled by switches, so I can set it however I want. If I was coming back from this way, I flick this switch, and it allows stuff to go back up that way. If I'm working out this way, I've got to do 2 switches. Actually, I've only got to do 1 switch anyway, because that one should feed down. But you can set up things like this with these bends and straight rails. So when you hit them, depending which way you approach from, you can use that to your advantage to get back to where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anywhere near as elaborate as that thing I set up, and that thing I set up, I know there's a glitch in it. I haven't been back to fiddle with it, but it gives you some idea of the kind of complexity that you can have with a couple of redstone signals to your rail to change it from one type of connection to the other, and just by switching that signal, you can solve your problem with the two cart system. So like if Chabby's coming down, I'm assuming Chabby's coming down the elevator here to retrieve the cargo cart or load stuff into it to send it back your way, right?
Usually he teleports to me and just loads the cart up.
Okay.
Effectively, the cargo cart's just being extra, in like overflow inventory because.
See, you could use it to actually get stuff back and forth.
Yeah. Although, in saying that, one issue we've got at the moment is because I'm so far down, which is why I was thinking of having the train, because then with someone in one of the carts,
Oh right, it's far enough that
The chunk load. Remember, we were having that problem.
Yeah, the chunks
chunk
run
loading. So if someone's in the car, in a cart that's attached to the cargo cart, then we get around the issue of chunks aren't loading.
It goes that way. Yeah, with the chunk unloading in between, you've definitely got a problem.
Would the furnace cart fix that, or there's no guarantee that it's going to keep going?
No, the furnace cart doesn't have infinite fuel when you feed it. It has what is it, about 3 minutes
Something
worth
like
of
that.
fuel. But you can fatten it up with multiple pieces of fuel up front before it takes off. Like you can machine gun coal into it to get it up to like 27 minutes.
But that's still not going to get around the chunks loading.
I don't
right?
know. I don't know if
that I'm not sure about. If it's got something that's pushing it.
But then the activator, the powered rail should be loading. Should be pushing it. We've already proven that that apart from the one powered rail that is under the button at the end, all of the powered rail has a redstone torch under it. Therefore, it all should push.
Yeah.
But I have been counting all of that at a rate of 1 in 8.
Yeah, the powered cart will not load chunks.
Then yeah, it's the same problem. Okay.
Whether you did the powered cart or you did the empty cart and fired it off, it's going to be the same problem with the unloaded chunks because it's so far.
So if we're shipping stuff back and forth, someone just has to go for a ride with it then.
Yeah, so like you could come down, grab a cart, fly down her way, unload the cargo cart, come back, or she could drive it over, grab a new empty cart, and take off with an empty cargo cart and leave the full one in the trap. You can have 7 of them on that trap. It wouldn't matter. It's just like having your dump chests that you were manually loading from your adventures.
It's not so much the unloading that's the issue. It's the just having the rails or the powered rails or whatever that's.
You're talking about using it as a supply cart right now.
Well, I was thinking once I'd finished manufacturing the whole tunnel, all we were going to do was use the rail as a way to get from one house to the other.
which is also fine.
We were going to be shipping stuff between the houses. I don't know.
Well, I have no idea. It was just, let's connect the two. Is what this all started with.
Here's a piece of information. When powered, minecarts with furnaces cover 240 meters per minute, or 720 meters per piece of coal. They do not accelerate beyond this speed when going downhill or on an active powered rail, and as long as they remain powered, they do not slow down going uphill or on inactive powered rails. They work independent of powered rails.
Yeah, I'd kind of figured that.
Pushing or pulling other minecarts does not affect their speed.
Yeah. So, would we just be better to have like the two mine carts stuck together as a train, and then use the button to send them off?
If you do the two minecarts stuck together as a train and then the button to send them off might work better, but from what I understand, the train physics are probably going to do the same thing. You can try it, but the train physics might still separate you at the first corner.
What we did learn is if if the mine cart with the chest is first and you're behind it, you'll always continue to bump it forward, I thought. Maybe that's not the case. Is that not how we did it? Oh no, I was standing behind you, stopping you from bouncing off. Never mind.
Ah!
Okay, so put a... Oh, do you have a cart with a box in it already, or no?
No! Bugger me!
So long, man.
That didn't work. I've got one. It just ran away.
Okay,
I'm just gonna come and stand there as a roadblock.
I want the torches on the right hand side because that's coming home.
that was a regular. Let's do regular.
Damn it, I have a minecart here. I can... Come on. There we go. I'm on my way home. I'm sure I got here first because I teleported.
Okay, so let's try. Okay, are you pushing the cart on the rails or are you walking?
I had a teleport halfway down the tunnel, so I'm currently riding the rails, trying to find the one I sent off accidentally to come home.
Because I think I just found the solution to the problem.
You're an angel.
Yeah, you might have.
As
He
usual,
is
the
definitive.
simple answer is the best answer.
Yeah. But,
Don't make a train.
trunk.
That seems to be the best answer. Making trains is a mechanic that I'm
Yeah.
not very fond of how they have it work, and you guys have kind of experienced the worst of it.
Yep. Ah! Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Going my way, baby.
Don't answer, it's a trap.
Well,
Oh.
apparently I am going his way.
You think she has a choice in that?